Good morning, everyone. Today looks like it's going to be a beautiful day. We've got a bit of fog in the valley, and I figured I'd share today's ride with you to work. Hope everyone's having an awesome day. So for those that don't know, I live in Tawonga, which is just outside of Mount Beauty at the foothills of the Alpine area, which heads up to Falls Creek. So this is the town side of Tawonga. It was actually the original town here before Tawonga South and Mount Beauty. Mount Beauty, I believe, was established for the, believe it or not, for the establishment of the hydro, which is what I now work for. This is what I love in the mornings, these beautiful foggy mornings. There's a walking track from Tawonga all the way into Mount Beauty. It's about 7 kilometres. It's a good run, actually. There's a couple of good hills along the way. I haven't been running it late too much. For those that don't know, I've hurt my foot a bit, and so I've laid off on it a little bit. But skiing was fun for the winter. That's all but done now. Well, it is done. I'm hoping to put together a video and some photos of the season for me, and I'll upload that up to Facebook. I tend to use Facebook as a journal for myself, and as a bonus, I get to share it with all my friends. This is the indirect route to work, but I like it. It's a good way of getting there, a bit more scenic. I do need to watch out for some animals. The main ones that I've seen around here are birds, but there are wombats around here, and there's also cattle, so there's no guarantee that they don't get out either. This is Tawonga Caravan Park, only recently reopened. It's been renovated, so if you're down this way, awesome place to stay. Not as convenient as the Mount Beauty one, so maybe head there, but this is a good place if you want a bit more quiet. Right next to the river, as is the Mount Beauty one. Beautiful place on a hot summer day. Go tubing. This road's got a nice few bends to it. I'll be curious to see how this audio works. This is a bit of a trial, I guess, so that I can maybe do some moto vlogging while I'm riding around the place, share some of my adventures. As with all Victoria, you've got to watch out for the roads, a few potholes and stuff here. I've also got to just be careful that I'm not overly familiar, if that makes sense. There's always a surprise around a bend, or could be a surprise around a bend, so you've got to be prepared for that. As opposed to just hope that everything's good. Not as foggy as what I'd hoped today. Always get confused about the indicators because the three bikes that I've got, two of them are one way and the other one's different, the Honda. A vineyard here. I don't think they actually have a cellar which is open. Oh no, they do, but it's closed. I don't know how often the cellar is open. There you go, locals never been there. Yeah, the Hondas the Honda actually has the control above the horn, where most bikes the indicator is below the horn. So between switching between the Honda and the Kawasaki and the Barab, I often will end up hitting the horn, which is a bit embarrassing when I wanted to use the indicator. Mount Beauty, as with the Ovens Valley, used to have a lot of tobacco. So some of the old sheds here, you can see tobacco sheds. $30K corner. Well, recommended. Mount Bogon in front of us. You can just see a little bit of snow up there. It might be a bit small on this screen. Unfortunately, they've dropped the speed on this section of road to 80. It used to be 100. Such a pretty place. I know moving to Albury Wodonga would probably be more convenient, probably a bit more of a social life. It's hard to move away from somewhere so pretty. Baby cows. I love those guys. They're so cute. No cows. So I'm filming using like a little DGA Nano, which I picked up. I guess a bit of a birthday gift to myself. And I bought this bike here. The mic's just inside the helmet, and hopefully it's giving reasonable audio. This corner's always a little bit dicey. You can see the dirt on it, so just take it a little bit easier there. I believe this is the East Kiwi River. That comes down off the side of Bogon Way. The East Kiwi and the West Kiwi meet to become the Kiwi River. Of course, they feed the hydro power stations, helps supply power to Victoria and New South Wales. We're approaching the edge of town. There's some more of the old tobacco sheds. We're going to go to the Scenic Way. We're going to end up at my morning cafe that I go to. So we're going to go past, I think it's called Dams Road. Dams Road is our little pond or lake in town. It's actually the regulating pond for the hydro, which controls the water going into the Kiwi River. Of course, the hydro runs according to demand of the power grid. When prices are high and demand's high, the hydro will turn on, help support the network and of course generate money. But you don't want the rivers going up and down like that. So there's a regulating pond at the end of it, which is a benefit. It's a great amenity for Mount Beauty. So a lot of the houses here in Mount Beauty are very similar construction or identical construction. They're actually part of the construction camp for the hydro. And it's Wednesday bin day. Interestingly, one of these houses actually disappeared on the way to Mount Beauty. This is the reg pond. It's quite pretty. It's a great place for a walk. There's an awesome park around there. That's the library. And Saturday, sorry, that's the location of the local park run as well. Yes, I was saying one of the houses here that was being delivered as part of the construction, they all were prefabricated somewhere else, came in on truck. and one of the houses never arrived. And for a long time there was a gap in the where the houses were. It was known as the missing tooth around here. A couple of years ago they actually found the house. It's actually in the Ovens Valley there, so somebody must have paid the truck driver and had it delivered to the location as opposed to where it was intended to go. It's old news now, so I don't think there was ever any attempt to try and recover the house. I think that would be a bit crazy. It's just one of those local myths and legends. This is the Mount Beauty Caravan Park here on the opposite side of the river. It's a lovely place to stay. Even as a local, it's lovely to go down to. There's a swimming hole here. The river's, you can see the stairs there. The river's flowing a bit hard at the moment though. It's a great place during summer to go tubing. So you jump on a tube, float down the river from up near the head pond release, the red pond release, sorry. From this point here, jump on a tube and float down the river. Good fun. You do need to keep your feet and knees above the waterline though. There is submerged rocks. I think all of us have all fallen prey to that at some stage. My office is over there. Town side of Mount Beauty over this way, and Tawonga South, which is a suburb of Mount Beauty, over to our right. So this bridge here used to have a boom gate on it somewhere, and that was the entrance to the construction site. So all the houses behind me were construction site houses, and then on this side of the bridge was all the general residence houses. So the housing here is quite different on this side. Of course, Mount Beauty's primarily based around skiing during winter, and you can see the ski shops here and another ski shop there, another one over there. During summer it flips to mountain biking and bushwalking. And here we are in Grass Valley, my daily haunt for my coffee. So I'll say goodbye to you, and I hope you enjoyed a motorcycle tour on the way to work / my cafe of Tawonga Mount Beauty. Thanks everyone.